Today's headlines. In 2021-2025 phase, Cần Thơ City's Culture, Sports and Tourism Center preserves cultural heritages by studying, collecting, inventorying and restoring artifacts. The Irrigation General Department wants start saline inclusion in 2020-2021 dry season in Mekong region is at higher level than the average one in the past years, but might be lower than the ones in the historic saline inclusion phases in 2016 and 2020. With aim to give support for citizens affected by COVID-19 epidemic, fees for issuing ID cards will be cut. Hello, it's good to have you back here in this edition of Continuous and Top News today. Cần Thơ City's Culture, Sport and Tourism Centers preserves and brings into full play value of cultural heritages by studying, collecting, inventorying and restoring artifacts in 2021-2025 phase. Besides, centers at all levels also boost dissemination and bring into full play cultural heritages, organize activities to serve visitors at the city's museum. Artifacts are also displayed at museums. Combination with the Education and Training Center is boosted to educate traditions and cultural relics at schools. Projects of preserving and bringing into full play intangible cultural relics in the city are carried out. Focus on investing and bringing into full play historical cultural relics, applying science and technology to preserving and bringing into full play local heritages, repairing material base and correcting contents of artifact display at museums are also made. Cần Thơ City People's Committee has just released the official letter number 678 UBND XDDT reporting the Construction Ministry about taking over transitional projects of centrally capitalized mid-term investment plan in 2016-2020 phase. After checking, Cần Thơ City has 7 transitional projects in this phase at the total capital level of more than 866 billion Vietnam dong. Of the figure, more than 221 billion Vietnam dong have been distributed. The remaining capital is more than 645 billion Vietnam dong. Transitional projects consist of upgrading and expanding Cần Thơ City Social Assistance Center, the route behind Thành Đông Canal connecting Mù U Bến Bạ, the Belt Road of Cần Thơ Airport connecting Lê Hồng Phong Road with the National Highway 91B, the retaining dike to control landslide in Omon River Station from Omon Bridge to Ba Rít River Mouth, the retaining dike in Mỹ Khánh Market, retaining dike in Omon River Thới An area, and the Provincial Road 918. In 2020-2021 winter spring grass crop, farmers in Cần Thơ City transplant more than 77,170 hectares of rice, representing 101% of land. More than 17,120 hectares have so far been harvested. Harvested areas gave the average productivity of 74.71 quintals per hectare, more than 2.45 quintals per hectare against the same period. In coming days, winter-spring paddy fields in Cần Thơ City are in ripening dryas. The city's Agriculture and Rural Development Department instructed local agricultural sector to give support, remind farmers of repairing machines and means, particularly actively keep contacts and connect with combined harvester services, transporting, procuring, and avoiding letting ripe rice on fields for long time, which can reduce productivity and quality of rice. For harvested areas, farmers need to clean paddy fields very carefully to kill germs and reduce the risk of being organically poisoned and ensure the time between crops in at least 3 weeks. The Irrigation General Department under the Agriculture and Rural Development Ministry revealed that the saline intrusion in 2020-2021 dry season in Mekong region is at higher level than the average level in the past years, but lower than the ones in the historic saline intrusion phases in 2016 and 2020. Thanks to good preparation, saline intrusion has not left heavy impacts on production and people's life. However, saline intrusion will be at more serious level in the times from March 11 to 15th and from March 27 to 31st. Localities need to prevent impacts caused by saline intrusion on around 40,000 hectares of fruit trees. Regarding the 2021 Winter Spring Rice crop, the Irrigation General Department warns farmers of waiting for rainy water to transplant rice. Leaders of fundings of Upper District Party Committee and People's Committee and relevant bodies have just organized groups to inspect the school return of students at schools in the suburban district. After checking, the Secretary noted schools to bring into full play and better carry out the COVID-19 control task as the 5K message of the Health Ministry to ensure good implementation of food hygiene safety, especially at boarding classes, to concern and closely watch students' school returns so as to mobilize all of students to go to school. In line with this, school teachers must pay attention to consolidating knowledge for students with the purpose of ensuring the educational curricula. With them to give support for citizens affected by COVID-19 epidemic, fees for issuing ID cards will be cut in line with the circular number 12 of the Finance Ministry. Accordingly, fees for making ID cards are reduced by 50% from 50,000 Vietnam dong down to 25,000 Vietnam dong, and for chip-based ID cards down from 9 to 12 digits is cut to 15,000 Vietnam dong from 30,000 Vietnam dong.
Ladies and gentlemen, after COVID-19 outbreak, as well as tourist and travel destinations, accommodation establishments in Cần Thơ City became familiar and master with COVID-19 epidemic prevention measures. Being adaptable not only keeps you running, but also seeks opportunities to develop while creating peace of mind for visitors.
Cần Thơ is currently the most luxury resort of Cần Thơ City and the Mekong Delta region. Due to the impact of COVID-19 epidemic, over the past time, the number of visitors has decreased according to the general situation. To overcome difficulties, besides proactively implementing solutions for the epidemic prevention control, carefully check the travel schedule of guests, maintain good performance of 5K. Cần Thơ also takes advantage of opening campus for guests to practice yoga, organizing outdoor party instead of in the hotel or boarding to watch the twilight on Hậu River and so on.
All rooms before guest booking are 100% clean and disinfected, and we avoid not having guests who just check out and there will be guests checking to that room on the same day. We will take a 24 hours period to clean it before another visitor arrives.
According to Mr. Vukasin, Cần Thơ is focusing on our customers in Southeast Asia. However, at the present time, domestic tourists are the priority while waiting for the epidemic in these countries to be controlled.
With the current situation, we set up attractive packages to focus on attracting customers in the domestic market. Those programs not only have preferential price, but also include additional service, such as massage or culinary service.
For Nesta Cần Thơ Hotel, together with posting information board of safety instructions, COVID-19 epidemic prevention at reception, public areas, service areas, special attention also paid to cleaning and disinfection in bedrooms. At the same time, manager of the hotel regularly organize training courses, inspect the implementation of the regulations of the Ministry of Health to ensure service quality in the current conditions. Through the epidemic outbreak, we have learned a lot of experiences adapting and developing welcoming faces. All stages, from welcoming guests, need to be disinfected, immediately cut up guest rooms. If guests check out, we follow such standards on epidemic prevention.
And last but not least, we have the updated weather forecast. that's it for this edition of Continues. If you want to watch again in this bulletin, please visit our website kenthtv.vn. And now thanks for being with us. Goodbye and see you next time.